Hello everyone and welcome back to the Houston Texans franchise. Today we're planning on playing a little bit of spoiler against the Kansas City Chiefs, although the assistant GM here seems to imply that our season is just over, when in reality we're only 2 games behind the 6-7 Jags and the 6-7 Titans. And we play each of them in the last 3 weeks. In fact, we play the Titans, the Jags, and the Colts, all divisional opponents, in the last 3 weeks. So there is a world where if we win out, we would win our division. We would likely need a little bit of help this week, but if things go right this week, then starting next week, it would be win and in. But a bit of a tall order there, as it would require beating the Chiefs here today, who are 10-3 now on the season. Currently, I think atop the AFC, if not around second to the... I know the Broncos are having an incredible year for whatever reason. But yeah, the Chiefs, very good team. It's going to be easier said than done to beat the Chiefs today. As we head on over to Houston, at least we do have the home field advantage. Mahomes kind of having a down year for his standards, I would say. 3,700 yards. Really nothing, terrible, but just a down year for possibly the best quarterback in the NFL right now. As we are still rocking with Cam Newton, and we are underway here in Houston, as this will be handled in the end zone where their knee is taken, and Mahomes and the Chiefs offense will take the field for the first time today. And like I was saying, it's going to be a tall order to try to beat them today. We'll take another peek at Mahomes' stats. He does have a pretty good touchdown to interception ratio, but just not quite as good as you'd expect from a guy like Mahomes. Taking a look at the injury report, the Chiefs have no injuries, and we have Malik Collins, Justin Britt, and Jordan Akins still out this week. First play from scrimmage is a handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he's got a short gain there. He's having a pretty good season so far, closing in on 1,000 yards, may end up with it before all is said and done. This one, an incomplete pass over the middle from Mahomes, and that will move them to 3rd and 8. From the 27 now, Mahomes looks to throw. On the right side, he's got Juju Smith-Schuster. He breaks a tackle, eventually brought down by Desmond King, but he does have the first down and a little more. To the 43 now, not quite in Houston territory. And this will be a handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Again, he's got a big running lane to the left side. He's to the 40, make it the 39. A huge gain there for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 1st and 10 from the 39 as Mahomes slings this across the middle, but it's dropped by MVS. A terribly timed drop there. 2nd and 10 now after the drop. This one, a pass to Kadarius Toney on this one. He's forced out of bounds inside the 25, though, already to the 24. And on 1st and 10 from the 24, that will be Travis Kelce for the first time today. A pickup of 8 there. Now to the 15. The Chiefs offense looking really good so far. And Mahomes is sacked in the backfield. And that's Christian Harris. He's one of our sort of reserve outside linebackers, getting a little bit of playing time today. He's got a lot of speed and definitely sort of a raw talent, but makes a huge play there, forcing a 4th down for the Chiefs, and they will kick a field goal to take the early 3-0 lead. Christian Harris showed up big time there at the very end to help us keep the Chiefs out of the end zone. Cam Newton and the offense will take the field for the first time today, and we'll take a peek at his stats. These are obviously just from last week, which was his first start. 154 yards, really nothing special at all. Not even a touchdown on the day. Newton from under center. He'll hand this off to Dameon Pierce, who goes up the middle, sheds a tackle, and gets a pickup of 3. And Dameon Pierce only 50 yards away from 1,000 on the year. And he does have 12 touchdowns. A really good year for the rookie. Likely to win Rookie of the Year, I would say. Ty Johnson on the carry. He's got a running lane to the right side. Tries to spin out one defender. And A.J. Cann is injured on this play. We are without our starting center, and now going to be without A.J. Cann for at least a few plays. Ty Johnson gets another carry here. He's got a pickup of 3. A.J. Cann, his injury is not serious. On this play, Newton looks to throw across the middle. It's inaccurate. It's deflected. Honestly, thank goodness that wasn't intercepted. It sets up a 4th down anyway, but we will elect to punt. Starting from the 15 after a good punt from Cameron Johnston, Mahomes from under center brings one man in motion. and takes the snap. It's going to be a fake to Clyde and looking to throw. All kinds of time. Throws it away. An interesting decision to throw it away there. But hey, it's Patrick Mahomes. He can do what he wants. This time dumps it off. That's Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the reception. And he's got a short gain of about 3. 3rd and 7 from the 17. Mahomes back to pass. All kinds of time in the pocket. Looks left side of the field. It's dropped again. Marquez Valdes-Scantling with a second terrible drop. And the Chiefs, instead of a big gain, will have to punt. From the 38, the Texans take over. It's a read option, and they read it the whole way. Newton dropped in the backfield. A loss of 3, setting up a 2nd and 13 now. Dameon Pierce leaves the backfield to the left, and this is a drop, an eye for an eye, you could say. O.J. Howard with a bad drop there. 3rd and 13, Newton back to throw. Across the middle of the field, he finds John Mechie past the midfield marker. A big first down conversion and the first completion of the day for Cam Newton. And he will hand this next one off to Ty Johnson, who gets met pretty quickly after a short pickup. It's 3rd and 7 now. Newton to throw. Across the middle finds O.J. Howard, who comes down with a reception. Breaks a tackle and then goes down at the 35. Now just 2 minutes play here in the first quarter. And this will be a pass to Dameon Pierce. And he's got a good reception here. And he's got another first down. Move those chains, as the graphics say. 1st and 10 from the 24, handoff Pierce, and he's got a huge running lane up the middle, just needs one block, and he gets it. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce's 13th rushing touchdown on the season, likely to break over 1,000 yards on the season today as well. A good run here. Gets a couple nice blocks from the wide receivers, and he does the rest with his legs. And the Texans will take a 7-3 lead in the closing minutes of the first quarter here, as this kickoff will be kneed in the end zone. So from the 25, the Chiefs take back over. Definitely can't take this sort of slow start early on for granted. As on 2nd and 7, Mahomes out of the shotgun takes the snap. There is a blitz, and it's intercepted. That's Derek Stingley on the interception. He breaks a tackle. He's to the 10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Back-to-back plays. A touchdown for Dameon Pierce, the rookie. A touchdown for Derek Stingley, the rookie. Unbelievable. Picks off Patrick Mahomes and returns it for a touchdown. The Texans build on their lead once again. It's now 13-3 and will soon be 14-3 after this PAT from Kaimi Fairbairn. What a great play from the rookie Derek Stingley. We might have an offensive rookie of the year and a defensive rookie of the year. I guess we'll find out at the end of the season, as Mahomes will try to fix his mistakes to this point. Not been a great day for him. As from the 25, Mahomes looks to throw, and Jalen Peachtree had his back turned. That could have been a pick as well. Mahomes just does not look like himself. From the 25, once again on 2nd and 10, this is dumped off to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he's got a pickup of 6, setting up a much more manageable 3rd and 4. We're now in the second quarter. Mahomes looks to throw, has all kinds of time. Wide open across the middle is Kadarius Toney. He's past midfield, breaks 2 different tackles, and then is brought down inside the 40 to the 33, as a matter of fact. Mahomes looks to throw, dumps off to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. He's shoved out of bounds by Christian Kirksey and Steven Nelson, a pickup of 4. Mahomes looks to throw again, and across the middle, he has got Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's brought down after getting the first down yardage. It'll now be 1st and 10 from the 22. And Mahomes back to throw again, throws off his back foot, and it's dropped again. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling's 3rd drop of the day. 2nd and 10. A dump off to Edwards-Helaire, and he's got a short gain, a pickup of about 4. That sets up 3rd and 6 from the 18. Mahomes hits Juju on the left side. He's brought down inside the 10. First down, Chiefs. And now inside the 10 will be 1st and goal from the 8. Mahomes looking to throw again, and he's sacked. And that's Eric Murray on the sack. There's an injured Chief on the play. A great play from our backup strong safety, Eric Murray. 2nd and goal now. Edwards-Helaire will be brought down at the 14. Now 3rd and goal from outside the 10. And Blake Cashman comes down with the sack. Down goes Patrick Mahomes. Blake Cashman has played really well since we've started putting him in more defensive lineups. and he will get a huge sack here, forcing the Chiefs to once again kick a field goal, and they will add 3 more. It is now 14-6 in favor of the Texans. An incredible start from the whole team, especially from the defense, I would say, keeping this Kansas City offense in check. 1st and 10 from the 22, Dameon Pierce on the carry. He doesn't have a whole lot here, maybe just a yard. 2nd and 9, Pierce still in the backfield. Newton looks to throw. He likes O.J. Howard to the right side. He's got a 1st down to the 38-yard line. Goes O.J. Howard. 5.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Handoff, Dameon Pierce, a big lane up the middle of the field, and it looks like he will have, actually, he will not have a 1st down. He'll be just short of the 1st down. 2nd and inches now from the 47. In motion is Mechie, and it'll be a fake to him, and then sacked is Cam Newton. That's Bolton in the backfield, bringing Cam Newton down, forcing a 3rd and 7. Newton looks to throw, dumps this off to Dameon Pierce, and he's met quickly. O.J. Howard was wide open down the field, but it just was not seen, and the Texans will punt it away. Chiefs take back over from the 11 after another good punt. 1st and 10 from there, and that will be a reception by McCole Hardman. They have so many good weapons on this team. 1st and 10 from the 22 after the Hardman reception, and this is a design screen for Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he's brought down after a pickup of 6. That'll set up a 2nd and 4, and now a 3rd and 2 from the 30. Mahomes looks to throw, and he finds Kadarius Toney on the reception. A good gain for him as Mahomes snuck that into a tight window. Looking to throw again on 1st and 10 is Mahomes, and he's got Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he has a little bit of room to run to the right side. Not a lot, though, as that will only be a pickup of 6. In the hurry up are the Chiefs. This finds Juju Smith-Schuster. He's brought down after a 1st down as well. To the 41 in Houston territory. 1 minute left to play in the first half. Another screen to Edwards-Helaire, and he tries to juke out Derek Stingley, but then is brought down by Steven Nelson, and the Chiefs will use a timeout after the 1-yard gain. And now Mahomes looks to throw, has some time in the pocket, finds his favorite target, Travis Kelce, who jukes out a couple Texans defenders, is inside the 10, brought down at the 7. And the Chiefs offense looking a lot more like the Chiefs offense here. Mahomes looking to throw, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage. That's Rasheem Green who got a hand on it. 3rd and goal now from the 7. Mahomes looking to throw, good pocket. Looks across the field, it's intercepted by Desmond King. He'll bring it out of the end zone, probably a mistake in the end, as he got a lot less yards than he would have otherwise. But Desmond King intercepts Patrick Mahomes in the red zone, and now Cam Newton and the Texans offense will have a chance to add more points before the half ends. Looking deep down the middle of the field for Nico Collins, it's intercepted by Thornhill. Back-to-back interceptions for each of these two quarterbacks, as the Chiefs will now have a chance to score some points before the half. 30 seconds left to play. Mahomes back to throw, looking down the field. A great throw from Patrick Mahomes. Kadarius Toney comes down with it at the 9. 26 seconds left. Mahomes looking to throw again. To the right side, finds Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's met by Steven Nelson and thrown down by Steven Nelson. That'll be a short pickup of 2. 2nd and goal from the 7. Mahomes throws, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's brought down by Christian Kirksey and Derek Stingley. Now 3rd and goal. 2 seconds left on the clock as he snaps it. Mahomes looks to throw one last time. This will be the last play of the half. And in the end zone, he finds Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Touchdown, Chiefs, to end the half. And they will add the extra point, and it will be 14-13 heading into halftime, as what could have been an even bigger lead for us is squandered a little bit by the Cam Newton interception. But I can't be too upset with how the team has played to this point, really taking it to these Chiefs and truly trying to play spoiler. Or maybe they just haven't given up on the fact that the division is still winnable. We are underway here in the second half, as Tremont Smith will take this out of the end zone, goes to the left side, past the 25, a good return for him, to the 27 is where Cam Newton will take over. Last time he was on the field, he had the bad interception. Let's see what he can do here. This time it's a read option, a ton of green space to his right side, tried to slide, but was actually tackled before he could. Either way, it's a 1st down for the Texans. Handoff Dameon Pierce this time, and he's got some running room. and he'll pick up 3. It'll now be 2nd and 7 from the 44. Newton will dump this off to Dameon Pierce, and he can't beat the one defender, only picks up 1 yard on this one. 3rd and 6. Newton to throw across the middle, finds Equinemius St. Brown for the first time today, but he is short of the first down. Let's see what this team elects to do. And as always, we will be going for it on 4th and 1. Newton changing the play a little bit. It's a handoff to fullback Troy Hairston, and it looks like he got it, and he did. 1st and 10, Texans from the 47. Newton under some pressure, looks to throw. It's inaccurate for Nico Collins, and that will set up 3rd and 9. Newton under pressure again, and it's swatted away. Maybe could have been intercepted. Instead, we will have to punt on 4th and 9 from the 47. This punt bounces backwards, and it hits McCole Hardman. It's recovered by Derek Stingley. The Texans have the ball. A very similar play happened against the Dolphins, where the ball bounced back and hit Tyreek Hill, a former Chief, and now against the Chiefs, we hit their other speedster, McCole Hardman, with the same thing, and the Texans take over from the 9. Dameon Pierce runs over one defender and then gets run over himself, and that will only be a pickup of 2. A read option, Cam Newton, a lot of space to his right, touchdown Texans. Cam Newton reads the read option correctly and punches this one into the end zone for a Houston Texans touchdown. Now back up by 7 once again, and it will be 8 after the extra point. 21-13 in favor of the Texans, as we will kick off to get the Chiefs' offensive second half underway. Play later than it should have been, really, as with the punt bouncing off McCole Hardman, us getting the ball obviously in the red zone helped a lot. 1st and 10 from the 25. A handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, breaks Jalen Petrie's tackle, but then is brought down. Another Chief injured on this play. 2nd and 7 from the 28. Handoff again to Helaire. He's got a lot of running room to the right side. Cuts it back to the middle instead, though, and is brought down at the 38. But a first down, Chiefs. And this will be another handoff to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And to the left side he goes, brought down eventually by Christian Harris and a few other Texans defenders. 2nd and 3. Mahomes looks to throw this time. All kinds of time in the pocket. Left side, it's caught, but out of bounds. Now 3rd and 3 after that attempt, and it's picked off again by Derek Stingley. There's nobody in front of him. It's going to be another pick 6 to the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Derek Stingley has intercepted Patrick Mahomes not once, but twice. Has scored a touchdown on those interceptions. Not once, but twice. Derek Stingley having an incredible game, the best game of his young career, against one of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Now 27-13, make it 28-13 with the Fairbairn PAT, and the Texans will take a 15-point lead into the middle of the 3rd quarter. 5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been running all over us, but they keep going to the passing game, and Mahomes is just not playing well. 3rd interception of the day there for him. From the 25 on 1st and 10, this one is caught by MVS, the first time he hasn't dropped a ball today, I'm pretty sure. That'll set up a 2nd and 6 from the 30, now 3rd and 5 rather, and that one is dropped. A terrible drop there, as that will be 4th and 5, and the Chiefs will punt. The Texans take back over. Dameon Pierce on the carry. He's got a big gain. He might even have the first down. They'll say he was a yard short. 2nd and 1, now 3rd and 1. Pierce to run. He's got the first down easily, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38. Newton out of the shotgun, hands off Dameon Pierce, and he will be brought down after a short gain, only a pickup of 3 there. And Newton looking to throw on this one across the middle of the field for Equinemius St. Brown, but there is a flag down that could be defensive pass interference, and it will be. The defender on Equinemius St. Brown, DJ Reed, to be specific, did not give him a chance to get to that ball, as Dameon Pierce takes a carry here and picks up 3, setting up a 3rd and 7 as we are in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. And Newton looks to throw. Equinemius St. Brown has it knocked away. And it'll be 4th and 7 from the 40. Fairbairn on for the long field goal attempt. And it's up and good. Now 31-13 for the Texans. they're looking in prime shape to win this game against the Chiefs. Mahomes looking to make that not a reality, as they would love to not drop a game, as them and the Broncos are very close in their division. And on 1st and 10 from the 25, Edwards-Helaire will lose a couple yards. They'll say it was 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Christian Harris playing really well today. 2nd and 11. This one caught by Juju Smith-Schuster, and that'll be a first down. 1st and 10 from the 38. Mahomes to throw, and he finds Kadarius Toney on this one. The ball is out, and it's recovered by the Texans. Kadarius Toney fumbles, and it's recovered by Christian Kirksey. The Texans take over again. There's a chance he was down. Let's take another look at it. As the ball's forced out by Steven Nelson, to me it looks like he was well down. It'll be booth reviewed and likely overturned. But my goodness, is this Texans defense playing well. And yes, he was very clearly down. So from the 48 after the overturned call, and this one is to Kadarius Toney again. He's brought down after a first down, 1st and 10 from the 42. Mahomes looks to throw. He's got Travis Kelce, who's met by Jalen Petrie, and to Tavier Thomas. Haven't heard his name really at all this season. From the 24 now are the Chiefs. This is a design screen, and it's read by Rasheem Green, who brings down Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield, a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 from the 27 now. Mahomes looks to throw, and it's dropped again by Valdez-Scantling. That's what his 4th drop on the day. 3rd and 13 now. This is dumped off to Travis Kelce, who breaks a tackle, gets more yards than he would have otherwise, but still well short. And it'll be 4th and 6, and the Chiefs, down by a lot, settle for a field goal here. I personally, in the Chiefs situation, would have gone for it, as the game is nearly out of reach as it is anyway, with only 7.5 minutes left to play. Newton retakes the field, looking to ice the rest of this game out, and it'll be another read option, and he dives forward. A pickup of 3 for a diving Cam Newton. A fake to Mechie and a handoff to Pierce. Mechie hits a good block coming off the fake, and Dameon Pierce will pick up a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33. 6 minutes left to play. Dameon Pierce on the carry. He's got a good gain, a pickup of about 4. It's now 2nd and 6 for the Texans. Handoff Pierce again. He outruns one defender. Has a lot of open field in front of him. Make sure to stay in bounds, as we want to keep this clock running as much as possible. A huge gain for him once again, setting up a 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory from the 47. Dameon Pierce on the handoff. He's brought down, and he has a short gain there. Dameon Pierce looking really, really good on the day. 2nd and 6, another handoff. Pierce up the middle, a huge lane, and he's got a big gain again. Another first down, over 100 yards now is Dameon Pierce, and he's well over 1,000 at this point on the season. Cam Newton on the read option is met quickly in the backfield. Loses 3 yards on that play. 2nd and 13 from the 32. Dameon Pierce, a lot of room to his left side. Only one defender to beat, but he can't. And only has a pickup of 10. It'll be 3rd and 3 from there. 2 minutes left to play with a 2-possession lead. Dameon Pierce, another big running lane to the left side. Gets tackled in bounds, and will hit the 2-minute warning now, as the Texans of 2 possessions with 2 minutes left. Dameon Pierce up the middle, another big gain. Runs into a Chiefs defender and is brought down at the 6. It'll be 2nd and inches from there. And Dameon Pierce up the middle, he can't punch it into the end zone. And the Chiefs have to use their last timeout. And on 2nd and goal, it is victory formation for the Houston Texans. We'll add a field goal at the very end with only 27 seconds left to play. And the Texans will win this game against the Kansas City Chiefs. An absolutely massive upset as Andy Reid throws the clipboard. He's upset. Cam Newton's hyped. 34-16. The Texans defense played incredible all day. 3 interceptions, 2 of which were touchdowns for Derek Stingley against Patrick Mahomes, as he just did not have a good day today. He was pressured 4 times, which is more than Cam Newton was pressured. But either way, the Chiefs just did not play well. A terrible passer rating for both quarterbacks, actually. Cam Newton's was even worse, as we just didn't ask him to do anything, as we didn't have to. Dameon Pierce, 140 yards with a touchdown. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a pretty good game, at least in terms of yards per carry. He had 10 receptions coming out of the backfield. Juju had a lot of receptions. Kadarius Toney was really good. O.J. Howard had a good game. Just did not throw the ball a lot, as most of our receivers only had 1 reception, if any at all. Cam Newton has an upgrade here at the very end of the episode. And, you know, he's an older guy. He's not going to get a whole lot more of these. This could even be the last one. So we'll give him some strong arm, maybe get that throw power up. But instead got the throw accuracy deep up. And we will talk to our assistant GM. Hey, man, we did our job. We beat the Chiefs. We played a little bit of spoiler. I believe in doing that, we've actually given the Denver Broncos the 1 seed in the AFC as of right now. But we'll get to the playoffs when and if we get to them, really. And as always, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. I have a blast making this series. I really do. And I really appreciate the support. If you like the video, go ahead and leave it a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. I don't really care. And if you made it this far, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.